Hi again, this is Ron Dzinski. This is the day after the terrible shootings in Las Vegas, where now I think I heard last there's 52 people died and 200 and some people have been wounded in some way, shape, or form. People who don't know about these things are completely naive. Um, I heard a news person saying, well, geez, how many bullets were expended in order to kill 250? And the person had to tell them that a bullet can go through more than one person at the same time and wound more than one person at the same time. And apparently the guy was shooting out of two separate windows, moving around in terms of trying to either kill or wound as many people as he could. Uh, it's just a terrible, terrible day, because not only are you dealing with the 200 people that have been wounded, but you're dealing with all of those people who have families and friends and relatives, and how this will take away joy out of so many people's lives, because they now will never be able to go to a concert without worrying about this thing. So I'm telling you, this is another just incident of terrible, terrible ramifications from a PTSD standpoint. But the thing that really affected me most, and again, I will tell you, this did affect me, was this thing about the sound. Those who have been in battle and hear the sound of an automatic weapon going off in the not not near but far away will remember the pop 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 more than people who have never seen it. You keep expecting it to sound like it sounds like on the TV, and it doesn't sound like anything like that. And so this sound was triggering for me, and I was really down and out most of today. I was really feeling crappy. And I felt, well, the best thing I should do is to maybe spend a few minutes to talk to people and let them know that this is the beginning of something that you're going to have to start to deal with. And what next is, I guess, the thing that people want to know. Those people who have never experienced PTSD and are not prepared for it will have it already and not know it. And it'll start to recur and become an issue over the course of time. And I will tell you that there are some things that the quicker you can get to them, the better it's going to be. And one of them is to get to somebody who's professional. Don't just assume that you can just cruise out on this thing. Okay, well, it's over. It's no big deal. It is a big deal, and it will be something that may follow you for the rest of your life. And I think it'd be better for you to know it than not know it. So I would say get to a therapist as soon as you can, and talk about it and try to get it out in the open about what your feelings were and how you felt now, and whether you're having dreams about it, and the quicker you can get it, the better it's going to be. And I have no axe to grind on this. I have no affiliation with anybody you're going to see or not. I mean, at some point, I know I told you I'm going to be starting to recruit some psychologists, and that might be within the next couple of weeks. So hopefully we'll have some people in there that might be able to give you some discount rates to help you through your problems. But anyway, that's the first thing you want to do, is you want to try to start to get some help, professional help, and at least get aware of the fact that there are some issues that you're going to have to deal with. And just like I've said several times before, many times before, versus you have to talk about this, and you have to continue to talk about it until you don't have to talk about it anymore. And for you who just experienced something tragic like this, and so many tragic sights and fearful sights that you've not used to seeing, that all of a sudden now you have seen, and you will never be able to erase those things that you've seen. And so you just have to start to learn how to deal with this unordinary thing, and you've been changed, and that's a sad thing. So get to a therapist. I'm a big proponent of journaling too. So as you know, and you've seen, I've been journaling for 40 years, and that's something that has given me great comfort. And I've already written about this morning on my blog, on my webpage, so you can go ahead and look at it. But I talk about the same pop 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 issue, and it brings me back many years about things that I've seen and for me, it's one of those triggering experiences. I said you can get it through sight or sound or smells or images or whatever it is, and they repeat themselves over and over again until you can kind of get them under control, and then you still even then might deal with it. So anyway, what next? First of all, go to a therapist. Second of all, is to start to write down things and try to keep yourself trying to understand it. That's the best thing. And then you got to start to enlist your family and friends to understand that this is something that is a hard thing to go through. They'll hopefully be able to support you. Sometimes they won't, and that's sometimes it's the come on, once you get over it, that happened 2 months ago, or that happened 2 years ago, or you have to deal with it for as long as you have to deal with it, and that in some cases will be forever. And I would hope that this will give you some comfort to know that there are people that are out here who care. If you need to talk to someone, if you need to write about it, you want to have witness to it, our website is beyondptsd.org, and you're welcome to come at any time and journal there, or come and find some support there. And I make these videos at least twice a month or twice a week, and put them up, and so there's always something we're talking about. I'm trying to stay current with things that I think might be relevant in your world. But lots of terrible things have happened in the recent past, with all the flooding and the loss of property and lives and so forth and so on. And then this is just one more thing, which is always sad to see, and know that there are so many people out there that have been affected by it. So anyway, I do care about you, and I want you to do whatever you have to do. You do not be surprised if people don't want to be there for you. I mean, they do for a while, but eventually if it's not them, it's hard for them to keep hanging in there with you. And you might have to see that this is a journey that you're going to have to take on your own, and you don't have to take it on your own. You have lots of friends on the side of the Facebook and YouTube page that does care about what you're going through and want to do everything they can to try to help you get through life. Anyway, it's good talking with you, and if you need to reach us, this is the place to do it. And so we have the web page now. It's almost finished, I think, and there's also this YouTube thing that we're doing, and we always need support. So like us where you can. If you can't like us, tell us how we can improve. We're here for you, and it's supposed to be something that's going to be a living document that will change as you need us to change. And I care for you all, and hopefully things will get better. All right, talk to you soon.